Hey, you guys, it's your girl, Vet Green, coming to you once again on this Think and Grow podcast. Now, you guys are probably like, what in the heck is she doing? She is driving. Yes, I am driving and talking to you guys because I always want to remain transparent, you guys, and it helps to talk about the things that I'm going through, because I know if I'm going through it, that means someone else may be going through it as well. So it is my goal in life, as you know, if you've been rocking with me all this time, it is my goal in life to bring others to a conscious state of mind where they believe in themselves, where you believe that you can make it, because you guys, honestly, that's what this is all about. This is all about believing that you can and trusting God in everything. I'm telling you that surrender is real, and I've talked about this time and time again, and I continue to talk about it because it's real. For me, I have to peel back all the layers of who I am, and the first part of that was learning who I am, acknowledging who I am, and then forgiving myself for the things that I've done, not only to myself but to others, because I am not free of flaws. Even in this process, I am still very much flawed, and the more I go down this road of learning who I am, the more I'll see where my strengths and weaknesses are, you guys. And once you are able to identify your strengths and weaknesses, then you can begin to work on those things where you need help. For me, I know one of my weaknesses, one of my opportunities, I'll say, because that's what they say. Don't say it's a weakness, say it's an opportunity to learn. So one of my opportunities is trust and abandonment issues, because I was left, the first abandonment issue I was able to identify for myself was when my grandfather left. Well, when he passed away, I was 5 years old, and my grandfather was my person. He was the dad in my life. So when he left, I did not realize how that affected me in so many ways, and one of the main ways it affected me was abandonment issues and a sense of security, because my grandfather was the one to always have my back. And this is aside from my mom, because granddad was the one who protected me from the people or the person who was going to hurt me. When he passed away, that sense of security was no longer there. I had my Uncle Dad step in, but still, I still had a sense of abandonment issues, which I was not able to identify until I began to walk through this process myself. And I saw that. And then when my ex and I separated, that heightened that sense of abandonment. I felt as if I was being left and I was no longer protected. So now I'm able to identify that, and I'm working on it. But I've also, you guys, been able to identify that those abandonment issues ran deeper than I realized. I did not realize until I started opening up my heart and allowing myself, and yes, I am saying allowing because it is a choice. I am allowing myself to love again, because I was hurt. I did not think that it was possible, or I had closed myself off to an opportunity to share the love that God gave me with someone else who possibly may be my soulmate. And I'm learning in this process, and this is just me being transparent, is that I cannot bring what my ex did into my next. You know what I mean? And sometimes we do that as humans. We take all the stuff that we have encountered in life and we bring it into our relationship, and that's not healthy, because that's not giving that person an opportunity to make their own mistakes or do anything against you, because you're automatically, or I'll say vet, I'm automatically looking for that person to do the same thing that was done to me. And that's not always the case, you guys. And you don't want to ruin the blessing. You don't want to, sabotage the blessing. And that's the process that I'm in right now. And the other thing I'm learning, and this is just me being transparent, is that we teach people how to love us. And we can only do that once we begin to love ourselves, right? How can I, Vet, know how to love or how I want to be loved unless I love myself? And I do love myself. I love myself very much, but I also have to learn how to love other people as well, right? So we want them to learn how to love us, but I'm also realizing that I, Vet, have to learn how to love people as well. I don't want to bring my ex into my next, because that is erasing my blessing. And especially if this is a blessing that may be coming from God, right? You don't want to ruin that. So I'm learning in this process, and it is very challenging. And I'm so thankful that I have somebody with me who is willing to challenge me and say, don't run, because I'm a runner. He's willing to say, don't run. Stay here with me and fight this, because we both have issues, but together we can work this out. And me being Vet, I'm a little hard-headed. I am. And because I got hurt, it's not always easy. And sometimes I'm fighting it. And I'm realizing that I have to surrender that too over to God, So this podcast is just about, how do you know when to surrender? For me, when it's bothering you to the point where you feel like you don't have any control, you need to surrender that over to God. I had to surrender everything over to God, including my love life, you guys. And I know that may seem weird, but it's true. For me, what's helping me in this, not only the strength that I know I have within me, but also knowing that if God is allowing it, that God can use it. So no matter what happens in this, no matter what happens, I know God has my back, and I know whatever happens, He can use it for His victory, because that's what it's all about. Giving God the victory and learning from everything you go through, embracing the experiences, and even the bad experiences, you guys, because you know what? Those bad experiences teach us. My bad experiences have taught me so much. And no, it does not always feel good. Sometimes I'm like, God, I really don't want to have to go through this, because it hurts and I'm being challenged. I'm being stretched to a point where I feel like I'm going to burst. But then I think again, if God is using it, if God can use it, that means I'm going to be all right. You know what I mean? So I guess what I'm trying to say, you guys, is that what I am learning, number one, is forgive myself, embrace change, and accept the challenges, because it's through my challenges that I am growing stronger and stronger. I can't even explain it until you decide. And yes, again, I'll say it is a choice. Until you decide that you are ready to change, you may not understand this process, or you may be in the beginning of this process, and you're looking for some assistance. And I am here for you. Just continue with me. I'm telling you, we can grow through this together. I promise you. I'm not going to give up. You may be having a bad day, and click on one of my YouTubes, because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be bringing others through their storm, because I'm going through mine, and it's because of God. And He's stretching me. I'm telling you guys, relationships are challenging, and it does not, oh my God, sometimes I just want to quit. Sometimes I really just want to quit, but I know that what I'm going through right now is just getting me closer to my destiny. So I just want to tell you guys I love you, and to keep on keeping on. It's not easy. I'll say it, and I'll say it again. It's not easy, but I feel like I am worth it. I feel like you are worth it. So if you know you're worth it, you're going to keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop, no matter how challenging it gets. Yeah, that anxiety comes up sometimes. You guys, I woke up with an anxiety attack the other morning, and I started doing my breathing exercises just to get me through those feelings and those emotions, just to get me through, because I know what it is. It's change. It's change. Change does not, we don't always want to embrace change, because we feel like we can't handle it. But again, I'll just say, if God is allowing it, that means you can handle it. that means you can handle it. I am so much stronger than I even realized, even at this moment in my life, even at this season in my life. And I'm so looking forward to all the blessings that God has for me. And I'm looking forward to the experiences. And I'm looking forward to the tears. And I'm looking forward to, you know, all of it, you guys, all of it. Because that's where I get my strength from. If I've never gone through anything, if you have never gone through anything, how would you know anything? You got to embrace it all. Just continue to rock with me. Continue to rock with me. We are going to get through this together. If you are feeling anxiety or depression, you know, seek help. Go get counseling. I decided that I'm going to have to go through some counseling to deal with these abandonment issues because it runs deep, and I do not want to ruin any blessings that God has for me. If it's from God, I don't want to ruin it because I don't know what comes with that blessing. You know what I mean? So just get some help. And don't be embarrassed about it. And don't be embarrassed to talk about it. You know how many people are suffering from anxiety and depression and having suicidal thoughts? They feel like their life is not going to get better. It is our responsibility to get better, you guys. It is my responsibility to seek help and do what I'm supposed to do in this life. Find yourself a tribe, you know? Find yourself a tribe. So I love you guys. I just wanted to get on here and talk to you for just a few moments while I am traveling, doing what I do that just came to me, just